Good morning, Junior K. It's Mrs. Kaleo. Hope you're doing well and survived that rainy day yesterday. Hope it's going to be a beautiful day today. So yesterday we talked about addition and subtraction and fractions. I sent over quite a few practice worksheets for you, and take your time doing those. It just is a little bit more practice for you so you can understand the concepts. So today I want to talk about more than, less than, and equal to. So on our dry erase board, I've drawn for you more, or it can also be said greater than, and the alligator's mouth is open to the bigger number here. So then we also have less than, or it's the alligator's mouth is open to the bigger number on this side, but how you know it's less than is it's shaped almost like an L, and that's what less starts with. And now we have equal to, or the same as. So I'm going to do a few problems for you, and I'm going to show you some examples. We'll start off with a few numbers. We have 6 and we'll say 8. So we all know that 6 is less than 8. 6 is the smaller number, so it's almost like an L. And 8. So 8 is the bigger number, so the bigger side, or the alligator's mouth, is open to the 8. Now how about 3 and 1? So that's an easy one. We know that 1 is bigger than, or smaller than 3, or less than 3, but the way we say it is 3 is greater than 1. And I'll do an easy peasy one for you. 10. All right? So 10 is what? Equal to 10. So we have less than, greater than, and equal to. So I'm sending home or emailing your parents a bunch of worksheets to work with this. If you have any questions, just ask your parents, or you can email us and we'll send more worksheets for you, but just keep practicing. More than is open to the bigger number, less than is open to the smaller number, and equal to is the same. So tomorrow is Earth Day, which I know that a lot of us are very excited about, and 3 words that we use for Earth Day that we try and remember all year long is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Some ways to reduce is you can look for options when you're buying things that have less packaging. You can use dry erase boards like we do in the class instead of paper. You can use cloth or reusable grocery bags instead of the plastic bags that some stores give you. You can turn off your lights when you're not in a room, just like when we go outside. We like to turn off the lights when we go out, and then we turn them back on when we come in. And you can ride your bike places instead of having your mom drop you off at a home close by. Once you learn how to ride your bikes, it's a lot of fun. Reuse is we can use newspaper for wrapping paper. You can, you can use reusable napkins instead of cloth or paper napkins. You can use cloth napkins like Mrs. Lewis and I do during lunch. And recycle. Once you've finished using whatever you have that you're using, if you can recycle it, that's the best thing to do. You can rinse out your glass jars, and you can rinse out your plastic and recycle your newspaper. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. And now I'm going to read you another story. It's called Fancy Nancy, Earth Day, or Every Day is Earth Day. I know some of the boys are probably rolling their eyes, but Fancy Nancy is fun also. So, I do not like the color green very much. You can tell by my crayons. The green one looks almost new. But I adore being green. Adore is a fancy word for loving something. Being green means taking care of our planet. Mrs. Glass asked, "Who can tell us about Earth Day?" I wave my hand and say, "It's like a holiday for our planet." "That's right," says Miss Glass, "but I like to think that every day is Earth Day. Our class discusses rules for being green. Discuss means to talk, only it's a fancier and more serious word. Then we write down the rules. At home, I am shocked. I see that my family needs to be much greener. My dad is about to drive to the supermarket. Dad, I say, the green rule is less than a mile, then bike in style. That means if you're less than a mile away, you can ride your bike. At the checkout line, the guy asks my dad if we want paper or plastic. I say to my dad, please take note. Always bring a tote. Tote is a fancy word for a shopping bag. Later that night, it gets cold. My mom wants to turn up the heat. No, Mom, I say, it's better to wear a sweater. In the morning, I stand outside the bathroom. Very soon I shout, Dad, don't waste water. Get clean, but stay green. At school, we each made a poster. Robert says, we are like superheroes. We are protecting planet Earth. That night, I see that my mom's computer is on. Right away, I turn it off. My mom comes into the room. She sees the blank screen. Why did you do that? She asks. I tell her she's wasting energy. I was writing something for work, my mom says. I just went to get my glasses. Now I lost everything I wrote. I have to start all over. She's very irritated. That's fancy for mad. But how was I to know? I was just protecting the planet. I tell my sister not to run water while she brushes her teeth. I remind my parents to turn off the lights in empty rooms. Before bed, I go into my sister's room. I start to turn off her lamp. Oh no, my mom says, your sister's afraid of the dark. She likes the light on. Soon my sister is asleep. Now she doesn't need the light on. I tiptoe into her room and turn off her light. In the middle of the night, I wake up. I hear my sister crying. What's wrong? Your sister woke up and got scared, Dad says. She was alone in the dark. Did you turn off her lamp? Yes, I say. I'm so sorry. I didn't think she would wake up. I start crying too. The next morning, my parents say, it is important to be green, and we will try harder, but you must not be so bossy, and you must be flexible. That's the opposite of stubborn. At school, I perk up. Miss Glass adores my poster. My green crayon does not look new anymore. She used lots of green. My family really is greener now. Tonight at dinner, we use candles, not light bulbs. We use cloth napkins, not paper ones. Guess what? Being green can also be very fancy. All right, so that's a great book on Earth Day, and we're going to celebrate that tomorrow. So I hope you have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.